Hello everyone, welcome to another FOTN review, the first FOTN review of 2019, and the first one in like about a month from me because I couldn't do the previous two. I already explained why in a previous vlog. So for this one, it was the first UFC fight night of the year, first UFC overall card of the year, and the fight in question was, I believe, on the undercard. I'm going to have to look it up. But it was Donald Cerrone against Alexander Hernandez. It was at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. And Cerrone won by TKO in round 2. So, UFC Fight Night. Yep. It was on the undercard. It was the main event of the prelims, so I got it right. Woo! As always for these, my main goal is to analyse the fight as closely as I can and tell you what happened. So, it opens up pretty well. Alexander Hernandez starts getting the better of Cerrone. There's about a decade difference between them in age, with Alex being about 26 and Cerrone being 35, going to be 36 in March, I believe. So, yeah. But yeah, Alex starts off really well. And there's a pretty good back and forth with Alex definitely getting the better of, especially with like a left uppercut he had. He had a really good left uppercut. And then Cerrone started countering, and about halfway through, I think, he landed a brilliant takedown. And a lot of people forget that Cerrone's really good with takedowns. They just see him for his amazing striking, which is really good. And we'll get more into that in round 2. But yeah, his takedown was really good. There was not a lot of submissions attempted, but there was some good ground and pound from Cerrone. And there was a moment where I was actually sort of worried, where Alex managed to get some free space and tried to get up, and Cerrone was still on the ground but holding the side of his hip. And when he tried to pull him back down, which he did do, Alex's arm looked a bit wonky, and I thought if this goes on a wrong turn, Alex's arm could break. It didn't, luckily, and the fight was allowed to continue. But I was very concerned for like a brief second, and I felt like that was worth pointing out. So yeah, round 1 was definitely mostly Alex's until the takedown, and Cerrone landed some really, really good strikes, especially his boxing combo was really good in round 1 near the end. I still think Alex sort of took round 1, though. I feel like he did a little bit better. Cerrone started turning it around at the end, but I definitely gave the majority of it to Alex, who had really, really good strikes. Even though he landed harder ones, but Cerrone hit him more. I think that's sort of the main point of round 1. I still think Alex sort of took it, though. Round 2, was pretty much all Cerrone's round. Like, he managed to catch on to what Alex was doing. Very, very different corner of voice for both men. And he managed to like catch a lot of Alex's feints, countered with amazing boxing, really, really good strikes. And probably the main story of the fight was the knee, the counter right knee. He threw a counter right knee to the body so many times when Alex tried to change levels, and it landed pretty much each time. He landed some side kicks. There was a front right kick he landed, which sort of nudged the cup of Alex a bit, but Alex didn't complain, and the ref didn't start the fight, so it wasn't a foul or anything, and it wasn't intentional even if it was, so yeah, I was really, really glad about that. And the fight was allowed to continue, and Cerrone kept landing his strikes, landed some really, really good combos, had Alex against the cage and was landing brutal boxing against him. There's a great moment where they were in the clinch, and Cerrone landed a right elbow, and that stunned Alex. Much like Alex had stunned Cerrone in round 1 with a really good left or two here and there. Didn't drop him though, and Cerrone would eventually win in round 2 after some really more amazing back and forth by throwing a counter feint, catching onto it, throwing a right head kick, and knocking down Hernandez it was just a beautifully landed head kick, beautifully pulled off, and then finished him with some ground and pound, and the referee had to stop the fight. And all in all, it was a pretty good fight. I don't really think it'll fit in my top 10 of 2019, but it was a really, really good fight. I like the respect shown between both men. That's always my favourite parts about fights like these. I didn't really have anything against it. It was enjoyable, it was fun. Yeah, not going to be in my top 10, but it's definitely worth watching a couple of times. And I liked the ending as well. The ending was really, really good. It was probably my favourite part of the fight, to be honest. Not just because it was a finish, but because of how amazing it looked and because of how technical Cerrone is with his kicks. Because he's got brilliant Muay Thai, and he's in my opinion, the most underrated lightweight fighter in the UFC right now. Especially like in an age where a lot of the people who came through, like WEC and stuff, have left, like Benson Henderson and so on. Cerrone's still there, and he's still kicking ass. And I think that matters. I really, really do. So, all in all, solid fight. Really don't have anything against it. Yeah, I mean, the Brooklyn crowd was always awesome because the New York crowd is always one that likes to get going a bit more, like they get more invested in a fight. And they were raining down tons of boos on Alex as well. And, which I don't get because Cerrone, yeah, Alex is from Missouri, I was just looking at it quickly. And Cerrone is from Colorado. Well, he was born in Colorado, he came through Albuquerque. Sort of like, I think he had a camp there. But yeah, the New York crowd was super behind Cerrone and not as much behind Alex, despite the fact that both men were sort of respectful to each other. But yeah, all in all, really good fight, really good crowd, really good finish. Nothing negative really to say about it. Just not in my top 10 personally. So all in all, that'll about do it for this review. I like the fight, as I've said like 10 times by this point. And I'll see you all hopefully on Wednesday for the next backtracking episode, which is going to be about The Decline. Very little known blues punk band from France, but I really, really enjoy them. And I'll see you all for that. So, that's going to end it here. See ya. Thank you for watching. You're awesome. Bye-bye.